What happens when a vital tool decides to stop working? Does it derail the entire day? It's a normal marine layer overcast day in the flatlands, but up in the mountains, the sun is shining. The equipment and personal gear is loaded, and it's time to make the journey up the mountain. A tower neighbor is experiencing some interference that appears to be coming from us. The symptoms point to another source, but today I'm heading up the mountain to gather more information. Pull my trusty spectrum analyzer out of its case, only to discover my spectrum analyzer touchscreen? Well, let me show you. Doesn't want to work. Ah! I call the manufacturer, and after several attempts to recover the touchscreen, they instruct me on how to turn on the arrow key navigation mode. This allows me to use the physical buttons to limp around the interface. All right, so what I've got going on right now is I'm also connecting up my GPS antenna to the spectrum analyzer. I'm gonna stick it on my head somehow, or maybe on my shoulder or something. So that way, as I take measurements to try to find what this signal is, which I still don't see it, at that point, then at least I'll have GPS and I can get some ideas of where I'm taking my measurements. So, I mean, I do see activity. I see something up at 446, but nothing at the frequency that I'm looking at. So let's reconvene inside. Got my antenna, nothing. Don't see it at all. Well, let's start walking around outside and see if we see it. Got my GPS antenna. Up on my head. Got my antenna for RF. All right, let's go. Well, it looks like my spectrum analyzer has decided it doesn't want to play today. So it's going to get sent back to the manufacturer to get repaired because my touchscreen doesn't work and now it won't boot. So yeah, guess might as well get it calibrated while it's there too. All right, well, sweep this place out. There's a bunch of dead bugs in here and then head back home. Facing the giant of defeat, I do what I can in the time that I have left on the mountain. Apparently, all the flies up at the peak decided to find their way into my building. Thanks, guys. With the room now free of fly corpses, I depart the peak, defeated, but happy to be able to get out into the wilderness. I drove all the way up to Santiago Peak yesterday. I had my wonderful, awesome spectrum analyzer ready to go. And guess what? The touchscreen stopped working. Well then, as I'm walking around, as I'm doing my thing, it just shuts off. All by itself. Just turns off. Well, I'm thinking maybe it overheated because I was outside. And so, I get back, I let it cool down. It needs to go back. I need to get that touchscreen working because that's how you use the device. So, this is gonna go bye-bye, back to Anritsu to go get fixed. Stay tuned for part 2 of this episode because that's when we'll go back up to Santiago Peak. All right, we'll see you in the next video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, give me a thumbs down. If you wanna see more of these, hit subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode. See you then.
Hello. Sounds like I've got like a little bit of a robotic voice. Robotic voice.